אוכיל על הקל, אכל פניו.
They share an amazing mashal of a person who walks into a convenience store and he hears a niggin, he hears a song playing over the radio. And at that moment, he has never felt better in his entire life. He feels at ease, he feels at home, he feels great, he feels happy. And throughout that day, he feels unbelievable. The next morning he wakes up and he forgets that song, he forgets the niggin. And over the next weeks, months, years, he's searching for that niggin. He knows there is something that will allow him to connect deeply to himself, to feel that happiness, that joy, that yeshiva das. And he goes from person to person, friends, family, musicians, and asks them, hey, do you know what that niggin is? And he says, yeah, here's the niggin. Here's that song you really wanted. And he listens to it. He says, no, that's not the niggin. And he goes to the next person, hey, do you know what that niggin was? Yeah, here it is. And he's so excited, here it is. I finally found the niggin. Not the niggin. And he goes through life searching for that niggin, and unfortunately, can never recapture those moments of happiness, of contentment that he originally had in that convenience store. Unfortunately, sometimes this is a nimshal for our lives. We were in Shamayim, we heard that original niggin. That original niggin was the connection, the deep connection to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, meaning, fulfillment in life. And then we're thrown down into this world. And unfortunately, from time to time, we forget that niggin. We know there is something that will give us yeshiva das, give us contentment, give us fulfillment, allow us to really feel truly happy, and we think we have it. This is it. This is what's going to give me that pleasure. This is what's going to give me that contentment. No, it's not that. We go from thing to thing. We move on. Maybe this is it. Maybe that's it. And unfortunately, sometimes we come up short and we can't recapture that original niggin. What's interesting is that when the Rambam describes who Tekiyah Shofar is for, the Rambam says Tekiyah Shofar is a Gezeres HaKasav. But maybe there's some sort of hint, maybe there's a remez, maybe there's something deeper that we can appreciate about the shofar. And he says, Tekiyah Shofar is there to wake up people. Time to wake up. Ur yeshena mishen aschem. But who? Who specifically? You would think the Rambam would say that the shofar is there to wake up Rishaim, to wake up really bad people who have done terrible averos. And here's the opportunity. Wake up. Come back to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And yet, who does the Rambam say Tekiyah Shofar is meant for? It's meant for those Elu hashochachim es ha'emes mipnei havlei hazman, or behavlei hazman. Those people who forget truth with havlei hazman. We live in a time we are so distracted with havlei hazman. The Rambam's talking to each and every one of us. I don't think any of us are real Rishayim. But you know what? Unfortunately, we are sometimes shochim es ha'emes behavlei hazman. We forget the truth because we're so distracted. We know there's a niggin, we know there is something that's going to connect us in a deep way to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We forget about it. We forget about it because of all the havlei hazman, all the distractions that we have. And therefore, it's our hope that we take these words of the Rambam seriously. That when we're listening to the shofar leading up to Rosh Hashanah, and then when we really hear the shofar, the real mitzvah on Rosh Hashanah itself, we think about this. Let's turn ourselves from shochin es ha'emes to zochrim es ha'emes. Let's be those people who remember the truth. Not with the havlei hazman, obviously, but remembering the truth with that deep connection to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, recapturing that original niggin that we had in Shamayim. Wish everyone a kasiva v'chasima tova.
Le'adam, oy ma'achele.